Today I'm going to talk about the Zane Navratil signature 14 millimeter paddle by Pro XR. First off, a big shout out to John over at Kingsbury Club for letting me try his Pro XR paddle. Um, Really appreciate that. It can be tough to kind of attain these paddles at times, and so any small help is always appreciated and will be shouted out. Anyways, so a couple of things with this paddle that are a little bit different from the norm is I believe it's a 6 or 6.5 inch handle, which is rather long for an elongated handle. Typically, elongated handles I find fall usually between 5.2 and 5.75 to 5.8 inches, give or take, on the higher end. So to be 6 inches or 6 inches plus is pretty large handle. And because of this, the face is this small, kind of strange shield shape. Um, so it's similar kind of more to like a hybrid paddle per se in that regard. And for me personally, this shape, it just really doesn't fit my game style. The handle is great, but the face shape itself, I just felt like I was swinging and not getting a lot of return on the ball. Um, and part of that could be the 14 millimeter piece to it, being that it is a little more hollow. It's not as thick and forgiving as necessarily something like the 16 or 18 millimeter paddles that I'm more used to. Uh, but yeah, so, personally, I wasn't the biggest fan of it from like a pop and power standpoint. And yeah, guys, that's my review. I personally would not recommend this paddle for a price tag of $210. I think there's a lot of better paddles out there in that price range, but it's not a bad paddle. I could definitely see some people using this paddle that like this specific shape and a long handle and enjoy it. And that's my end of the review. Here's Jim with his thoughts on the paddle.
Hello, fellow pickleballers. Jimmy Pickles coming at you. Gonna do my half of the Zane Navratil Pro RX signature paddle. I think DDOG, my buddy Dawson, already kind of gave you the specs and his thoughts on it. Got to play with this paddle a couple weekends ago. Has a 6-inch handle, which I'm sure he discussed. Does not have the ergonomically little curly Q thing at the bottom. Yes, I can use big words. I don't know what it means, but I'm kidding. But it's just a straight handle, long handle. I don't use a two-handed backhand, so I wasn't sure if that was going to do anything for me or not. Paddle shape was a little different from what I'm used to, playing with the Gearbox Pro right now. And also I'll hit the 6-0 double black diamond and the bread and butter fill. So comparing it to those paddles, I actually like the longer handle, even though I don't use double two-handed backhand. It played okay. I didn't hate the way it played, but I didn't love the way it felt. Felt kind of weird off the paddle, contact, almost as if something was a little loose in there. I don't know if it was just the paddle we had. But it felt like I had pretty good control at the kitchen. My dinking was actually pretty good. It's always good, but with the paddle it wasn't hampered at all. Power was okay, not great. I'd say overall the paddle it's a playable paddle. Because I don't hate it, but for $209, I think there are better options out there. I wouldn't say I would never touch it again, but probably not one of my favorites at this point. So anyhow, that's my take on the Zane Navratil signature paddle. And oh yeah, let's not forget to subscribe to the channel, DDOG_Pickleball, if you like what we're doing, and give us some thumbs up. All right, thanks everybody. Jimmy Pickles out.